So I know that it's already, by this point, you know, been over a week since the news drop of Akira Toriyama's passing. And matter of fact, I had just gave the man a shout out in one of the videos. It's not that I knew him personally, of course. It's just we can learn or know or experience or feel like we know someone through their work of art or their creations. Because he passed on March 1st, which is, I think his birthday was on April 14th or April 4th. I think it was because my dad's birthday is on April 4th. I just think that's crazy. It's just because he's, Akira Toriyama, I'm saying, but Akira Toriyama is my mom and my dad's age. So when it comes to things like that, it hit home. I really didn't know exactly what to say or how I was going to not even spin it into a news, because this is, like I was just saying, an older news, and it's really older since we got the news last week, and I'm just talking about it now. But I'd be remiss. I just wanted to say something about one of my biggest influencers, and I even seen somebody on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. They were going and holding a conversation or kind of getting on people. I forgot who it was. I don't think I would call them out anyway, because we all have our own opinions about influencers making it about them, and it's about Akira Toriyama. However, I think the person was missing the point, and at least I can speak for me and from what I'm seeing. And why I'm saying that they were missing the point is because that's how we knew him, is through his works of art. How we knew who he was through Blue Dragon, through, of course, Dragon Ball Z, through my favorite game and first introduction to him, which was Chrono Trigger. I played Chrono Trigger back in 95, 96, before I even was watching anime. I didn't get into anime and RPGs until about 95, 96. I remember seeing Dragon Ball Z in California out here. It used to come on like on Telemundo, because Japanese and Spanish is a lot closer together than it is than English to Japanese, to kanji. So I would watch it sometimes on Telemundo. I remember they were always like 2-3 seasons ahead of us, because for those of y'all who are historians to anime and RPGs and a lot of the Japanese culture that made it west, Dragon Ball had been out since 1984. So I was too young. I was born in the 80s, but I was too young to fully concept it or even know what the hell it was. I was watching Looney Tunes and Tiny Toons and things in those cartoons. But I remember my first introduction to Akira Toriyama, before I could even put a name to the face, was Chrono Trigger. And I rented Chrono Trigger. And one thing that I always remember or reflect about Akira Toriyama was his almost chibi style that he had. I will say, though, I didn't particularly like when they made Chrono on the animation. They made him look just like Goku with red hair. I always felt a certain kind of way with that after the fact that I realized who was behind both of them. But Dragon Ball Z is one of my favorite animes of all time. One Piece knocked it out of the my top 10 spot, mainly because the longevity and the story is better. And it's more about the journey than it is about the story. Vegeta's my dude. I am the Prince of all Saiyans. Once again, the amount of times I could tell y'all how I went into come home from school, and this is back in the day when they had VCRs, and I still have one, but a lot of people don't know what the hell a VCR is now. And I used to tape it or set it, so in case I got home a little bit late. And what I would do is I would rewatch all the previous ones that I had taped up until then. And Akira Toriyama had his, just like I was saying, even with Dragon Warrior / Quest, you can tell his style instantly. And his style influenced everything, I feel. That's why Oda and a lot of the other creators from Naruto and Bleach or Type Kubo, a lot of people are very upset, and everyone is in a mourning state because just drawings on a piece of paper have gave so much inspiration and so much life to other people just through those things. And I know, again, like I said, I'm speaking for me. This is, even as an influencer, one of the beauties is to be able to influence someone else. And his work of arts influenced not only myself, but other people. And, Goku's never die, never willing to quit attitude, and just the sheer force of that there, what was the sayings. And my heart goes out to his family and his loved ones. And Akira Toriyama will be missed because, his work of arts in Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Super, Quest, Chrono Trigger, all of the many Blue Dragon, the many entities, and a lot that I'm not even speaking on, will live on forever. I just felt a certain kind of way. I was just going back to that when somebody was talking about all the influencer just milking on his situation. And I actually don't see it that way. I actually see it the complete opposite. I actually see that it's just like akin to when Kobe passed away, when Michael Jackson or Whitney Houston. It's not that the only how we can internalize certain things is to talk about what that person meant to us. And again, that's how I see it. But what influence did Akira Toriyama do for you guys? Mine again was that Chrono Trigger, which is still my favorite game, and Dragon Ball. That Dragon Ball and Toonami is what I still believe it'll be very hard to tell me otherwise. Still believe that those were the two epitomes, the two main factors that brought anime over to the West. But let me know, guys, what is your favorite Akira Toriyama entity? And if you do like this video, do me a favor and hit that like button. It lets YouTube know that you like the content that you're seeing, and that way they can push it forward. And if you want to stay up to date with all things anime, games, sprinkle with some geek, that's me. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I make geekly content here on the channel and on my other entities. Links in the description below. As always, y'all, remember to eat, sleep, geek, repeat, and take care of yourselves out there. Peace.